Hey YouTube, this is Dana on this fabulous Freedom Fitness Friday. We are now in week 7 of my fitness journey. I'm still working on my water intake and sleep. Last week I told you I was scheduled for a mammogram this past Monday. Today I'm going to share my breast cancer screening experience as part of my preventative maintenance. Self-breast exams and mammography are a part of breast cancer screening, and a mammogram is an X-ray picture of the breast. And according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, regular mammograms are the best tests doctors find to have breast cancers detected early and sometimes up to 3 years before it can be felt. Now, my doctor, she compares the x-ray that I took Monday with the previous year's x-rays. And I've had a mammogram since I was 37, but I don't have a history and I'm relatively healthy. Now, mammograms are uncomfortable for me. So I always make sure that I don't drink coffee or have caffeine, and I always schedule my tests after my menstrual cycle because my breasts are not tender or swollen during that time. So on the day of my mammogram, I don't wear deodorant, perfume, or powder because these products can show up as white spots on the x-ray, and you don't want that. I also schedule my appointments first thing in the morning, and I wear a top with a skirt or pants instead of a dress because I'm going to need to undress from the waist up for the mammogram. So when I arrive to my appointment, I'm going to go to radiology. That's where the x-rays are done. They're done in radiology. They have me fill out some preliminary information. And I found out some very interesting things for those that have breast implants. They actually are more of a challenge for the x-rays, but that's not my issue. So I just learned something when I was going over the paperwork. Also, after completing that paperwork, and it's usually 1 page, then I go into a room, a private room, where I'm going to get undressed from the waist up. And then I'm going to have a gown that opens in the front, and then I'm going to wait for the x-ray technician. So what you see is a picture of the x-ray machine. So I'm going to stand in front of the special x-ray machine. The technician is going to place my breast on the plastic plate, and then they're going to have another plate that's going to press down on my breast from above. So it's going to flatten it and hold it. And I'm going to feel some pressure. Most time it's really uncomfortable, like I said before. So she's going to take the front view and the side view. So in all, I'm going to have 4 x-rays done. Then I'm going to wait until the technologist make sure that the picture doesn't need to be redone because you're going to be getting x-rays, so they want to make sure that everything is fine. And I think I only had to do a redo 1 time, but I pretty much got the idea on how to do this. Now, the person that's taking the x-rays, they won't be able to tell me the results of the mammogram. They just need to make sure that that picture doesn't need to be done. The person that's actually going to be reading it is called a radiologist. Now, as I said before, the discomfort, a lot of women sometimes feel pain. Now, this last time, I didn't feel any pain whatsoever. This is my first time getting a mammogram in menopause, and of course, I didn't drink any caffeine. So that was actually pretty good. So the radiologist is actually the person that's going to read the mammogram, and they're going to take a look at it to make sure there's no early signs of breast cancer or any other problems. So what was really interesting is I had the appointment that morning, And by that afternoon, I received a letter that said that there was no signs of breast cancer. And of course, they give you the other additional instructions of what to do if you run into any problems. But that was good news. So I hope this video was helpful. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next week.